So, on this lovely day today where it is snowing and currently about 50 degrees below zero, I have decided to be doing a gaming news thingy-McBobber because I felt like it. Um, this is an idea that I've had for a while, probably about towards the end of last year, but I started working on it but never really did anything with it. And I thought that since the Switch has just come out and a whole load of just gaming news in general has happened, I thought I'd just go through a bunch of news today. And so, first off, we're going to be talking about the Nintendo Switch. And before I get into that, actually, I'd like to tell you guys that the gameplay that this is called Shadow of the Colossus, which is a really awesome game for like the PS2, I think. But the game's really cool. But the Nintendo Switch came out this week as I'm recording this. This last week, I think. I don't remember. I think it was last week as I'm recording this. And so that's came out, and on the day they launched it, they had a patch for it fixing so the eShop worked, the Nintendo eShop worked, because people who had been sent it early, the shop didn't work, so they couldn't really play anything other than Zelda. Which brings on to another point of the Switch, is that as a Zelda playing machine, it's very good, aside from many issues that I'll talk about later. But as a Zelda playing machine, it's very good. And I seriously would love to have a Switch just to play the Legend of Zelda game, because I'm absolutely in love with the Zelda series. They're great. I have a Wii. I almost called it a classic, but it came out in 2006 and is basically the most out-of-date system you can have right now besides a GameCube. But so I have that, and I play the two Zelda games on it that are for it, and those are really fun. I like the 3D Zeldas, and I think the Breath of the Wild is really awesome, and that's something I would so love to play. But there's so many issues with the Switch, like the battery life for the portable, If you are playing it on the road and you're playing Zelda, people have reportedly it says about 5 hours of gameplay for the battery life, but if you're playing something like Zelda, you're only going to get about 2.5 hours out of it, which isn't what most people were expecting of it. They were expecting a good 5 hours, which wasn't what they got. And is another issue with when you're playing it on your home dock is when if you're trying to use the controller on the left one, it basically becomes concrete in the holder, so you can't get it out. And someone actually, there's been another issue with the left controller, with the left controller getting out of calibration. And someone actually took apart a left Joy-Con controller, and because where the sensor is for it, so where it reads the system, there's it on a metal box, and this person took some wiring that only cost a couple cents, and they fixed it up. It was completely fine after that, fixed it completely. And Nintendo couldn't even do that, which is honestly sad, because the Switch is awesome. I would so love to have one, but it's the issues it's having where it's first launched. I was recently at GameStop the other day, and they had they were loaded up on them. They had a whole load of Switches. No one was buying them because there was a couple people buying the games, but there's not a lot of games out for them. They're saying over 50 games. There's not that many yet. And as I keep saying over and over again, I would so love to have a Switch right now, but it's the issues that are keeping me and a lot of people from buying it. And the price. The price is incredibly high. It's like $400 for the console. Plus, you're going to have to buy like the games, which in GameStop they're like $50 for one game. Which I know it's like PlayStation like money, but it's still a lot because you're only getting the little cartridge. But it's a lot of money that you're going to be spending. Because the case costs a crap load. The Joy-Cons are going to cost a lot if you want to play with more people. Unless they patch out all the issues, the Switch is never going to work. Like, I would still love it to work, but it's not going to if Nintendo can't switch it. Switch it. If Nintendo can't fix it. It'll become like the Wii U. Essentially a dead console that no one is ever going to play again. So on to our next bit of news, which is going to be a guy called Jim Sterling. Now this guy has been like copyright struck a crap load of times by people, and or not by people, but by video game designers. And recently he was struck again, and every time it's like, I really don't care. Like, that's what his that's what I imagine his mood is at this point. Because recently, the developers of a game, I think it was called Airport Masters or something, but it's one of those, like, crappy airport simulator games. And in the, the, like, ELA, like, terms of agreement stuff that absolutely no one reads, well, in there they put in, essentially, that no one can have any bad opinions about this, and you cannot, record or take any pictures of this, and, send negativity of it, which I can, because I haven't bought the game and I've seen people play it, and it is trash. So, that's enough of that topic, but, what I would like to go on next, and as a final topic, just a short little thing, is that Activision have sent out a little, news thing saying how with their new Call of Duty 2017 game, they'd like to get back to their roots. And the one website I was using, I think it was a GameStop website, but I forget what it was. But they had said that it was most likely because they had seen Battlefield 1's success with going back to the original, stuff, with just going back to, World War II. Kind of like with Call of Duty World at War. But they've said that they'd like to go back to their roots because they've turned from just a normal FPS to, Mass Effect 3 and Battlefield had a baby. It didn't look good. It was crap. All the new ones, I'm not huge on FPSs, I like Counter-Strike and Critical Ops and stuff like that, but I don't particularly like a lot of first-person shooters, mostly because I kind of suck at them, but I don't super like them. Call of Duty was never my, super thing. I enjoyed playing it with friends, but I would never play it alone, because it's so boring alone, and the campaigns are always filled with nonsense. Because you never care about any of the characters in a Call of Duty game, you just never do. And so they've said they're going back to the roots, so that's it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Tell me if I should do more stuff like this. And hope you enjoyed this video. And I will see you all later. Peace out.
Yeah, some days I feel unfazed, like when I'm with my friends with a cup raised. On Monday, I got a gun raised, suicidal to a dime till hump day. Then I go right back at it like an automatic. More drinks, more songs, more beats to rap. I need a shrink, I'm gone, more time keeps passing. No watch, no thoughts at all, just a hat, new era. Rep my P's and those O's, need a Phillies with the orange and black to feel home. From Citizens Bank back to Camden Yards, to